If you are a mid-career professional dealing with falling hair, rising stress levels, and a stagnating career, an executive MBA could be a good option to consider to tackle at least one of these three problems. It offers a second chance to those who regret not getting a regular MBA in the early stage of their career and losing out on all the excellent career opportunities. What are the benefits of an executive MBA? What's the difference between an executive MBA and a regular full-time MBA? What can it do for your career? What are the drawbacks? We look at all these questions, so hang on till the end. The MBA degree comes in various flavors: full-time, part-time, distance, online, and Executive MBA programs. An Executive MBA program, or EMBA, is meant for seasoned professionals with significant years of work experience, and it's designed to ensure continuity of their career. So the EMBA is structured around evenings and weekends, when these professionals can attend classes without having to disrupt their current employment. The motivation for an Executive MBA is to enhance a student's business knowledge within the purview of her current career track. EMBA programs are designed to take in experienced professionals and give them management, business, and leadership training for bigger, better roles in their current industry. The one glaring benefit of joining an EMBA program is the ability to set one's career track on fast forward. Candidates who join such programs are already well established in their organizations. Typical EMBA student profiles have around 14 years of work experience, with 9 years of managerial experience. They are usually over 35 years of age. Their experience puts them at a significant advantage of knowing how they want to shape their career growth. An EMBA program fills those gaps needed to place them in senior executive and leadership roles. From the EMBA Council student exit surveys, the most tangible benefit comes in salary boosts and promotions. Here's what the most recent survey found. Keep in mind that this was conducted on graduates from primarily US business schools. No career breaks are required to get the degree. These programs are designed around work schedules, spanning enough months for the candidate to arrange their work around their class commitments. This also means a steady flow of income added to the flexibility of the program. The vast experience of EMBA students translates into a diverse and rich study environment. Its participants get a unique opportunity to share and learn from each other, while growing valuable networks at the same time. A full-time MBA differs from an executive MBA in essentially these aspects: the target student profile, average age and work experience, the selectivity, class structure, tuition costs, the MBA experience, and the most significant of them all, post-MBA goals. Let's have a quick look at each one. The Executive MBA is for experienced professionals with ample work experience who are looking to develop their profile within the same organization or industry. On the other hand, a regular MBA is for professionals with only a few years of work experience, looking to enter business management roles or change their career track. An EMBA is not as competitive as a full-time MBA. The intake capacity is lower, the acceptance criteria are less stringent, GMAT score averages are low. In contrast, a regular MBA program can be highly competitive with acceptance rates below 10%. Enrollments can be in hundreds depending on the school. In full-time programs, students have to say goodbye to their jobs to pursue the degree. There are no career gaps for EMBA students. The tuition for EMBA programs can be substantially higher. Due to its part-time nature, an EMBA program is not as immersive as a regular full-time MBA. That's because students don't stay on campus or interact with each other on a daily basis. Full-time residential programs have a rigorous curriculum, focusing primarily on a peer-to-peer learning environment. Students are also much more involved in the social and networking opportunities available. A full-time MBA is usually the best choice for career changers compared to any MBA. EMBA graduates also often have the financial advantage of being sponsored by their companies for their degree. The possibility of an employer sponsorship and a steady flow of current income can provide a serious relief from its high price tag. But EMBA's dual nature of commitments, work plus school, can be quite taxing on its students from a workload perspective. Despite all the differences between a regular MBA and an EMBA, one cannot stress enough on the most crucial of them all: your career goals. Older full-time MBA students on the wrong side of 30 years are not unheard of. EMBA helps in developing a theoretical background for those who are already well-versed with the practices. If you're looking for a fully involved, practical classroom experience for your post-MBA career, then a regular MBA would still be the right choice, regardless of your age and prior work experience. An EMBA is not meant for those who are starting out afresh. EMBA grads tend to get promoted, are given more responsibilities, and are compensated far more than MBA grads for their roles, since their prior experience plays an important part in their compensation discussions. And that's why most B schools don't even publish their placement statistics for EMBA graduates, as most of their career development happens internally within their former organizations. Let's take a look at the best executive MBA programs in the world, starting with the best EMBA programs in USA. This is not a comprehensive list, but good enough to get an idea of the investments and the outcomes. Interestingly though, premier schools like the Stanford Graduate School of Business, Harvard Business School, and Dartmouth's Tuck Business School don't have any executive MBA programs at all. That's why you don't find them in these rankings. Here's a list of the best EMBA programs in Canada. Moving on to the top executive MBA programs in Germany. And the elite EMBA options in the United Kingdom. Check out the best executive MBA programs in India. While we are on this topic, there's a lot of confusion in India around the term executive MBA. It's important to understand the difference between an executive MBA and an MBA for executives in the Indian context. In India, the confusion happens because of the nomenclature, where one is often mistaken for the other, given that both programs, EMBA and the MBA for executives, are aimed at professionals with experience. So it's important to make the distinction. Many candidates approach MBA Crystal Ball, saying they are interested in an executive MBA from ISB or an executive MBA from IIM. But then we realize that they are referring to the full-time one-year programs such as the PGP at ISB, PGPX from IIM Ahmedabad, or EPGP at IIM Bangalore. These are not executive MBA programs. We'll share a link below explaining this in more detail. The most important criteria for almost all EMBA programs is the work experience and the accomplishments during those years in employment. The hard selection factors like GMAT, GRE, or even the candidate's academic record may not play a vital role. Many schools may waive the requirement of these standardized tests as long as the candidate can demonstrate proficiency in basic quantitative and analytical skills. The executive assessment, or the mini GMAT, might be employable by some schools to evaluate a candidate's MBA readiness. Many EMBA programs also require letters of support from the employers. It is not a financial support commitment, but rather a permission for their employee to take time off for the EMBA class sessions. Other documentations include recommendations, resume, essays, and a TOEFL score for language proficiency. Let's talk about the Executive MBA Interview. Many EMBA programs like Wharton and Michigan Ross encourage interested applicants to schedule interviews with the admissions committee at any time during the application process. The intention of these interviews is as much to know about the candidate as it is for the candidate to learn more about the program. As suggested by the staff and EMBA alumni, applicants should ask thoughtful questions whose responses are not readily available on the website. The admission officers view interviews as an opportunity to get to know the applicant in the context of the program. Here's what they might want to know. Besides these, there are also some common interview questions that come up in Executive MBA interviews. An Executive MBA is not for the faint-hearted. The steep tuition aside, the balancing act of work and classes can put a serious strain on other things that might be important to your life: personal relationships, interests, and even your health. MBA programs are rigorous, and joining an EMBA program may not be an excuse to lax away at work. Compromise and sacrifice have to be your mantra along the way, at least until you finally make the big leap towards post-EMBA success. But at the same time, its flexibility and job security can help you hit the ground running. Compared to a regular MBA, the simple promise, though not a guarantee, of professional success while being able to reap the benefits of a steady flow of income are excellent arguments in its favor. Ultimately, its worth is best realized from your situation in life and career. Focus on your why Executive MBA question and career goals, and visit the MBA Crystal Ball blogs for student reviews. Send us an email if you like professional help. We've got some of the best Executive MBA consultants to help you improve your chances of getting into the top EMBA programs in the world. All the best.